Good morning, you lovely lot. Welcome to what is an absolute roasting day here today. Well, in my opinion, it's roasting, that's for sure. Sun's out, it's glorious. But you know what? Still means you can do some crafting. Maybe you're going to do it in the garden. Maybe you're going to take us out on the iPad or maybe the phone and be watching us, because we've got a lot of things going on today. We do indeed. Now, what I do want to let you know, what you can do today is you can buy more, save more. Absolutely, you can do. So across on our website, if you spend 50, you're going to get 10 off. What you need to do within that promo code, you just need to put save 10. And then when it comes to spending 100, you're going to get 20 off. All you need to do then is pop in save 20 in the promo code when it comes to the checkout. Now, when it comes to the items that you're maybe seeing, maybe there's a couple of things that you're seeing that you're wanting to stock up on. What I would say within that one there, it does exclude anything that launched within this month of May, but it's a perfect opportunity then to maybe get your hands on a few items that were there previous, or maybe it's essentials you want to stock up on. So that's there across for you to use across on the website. It does end midnight tonight, your time though. It's just for today. So get in there and get stocked up on all of your goodies. But we've got as well as some of Sarah's crafty clear out still available there on the website as well. So check that one out. I know there was some absolute phenomenal bargains and deals the other day with Sarah and Ben on Monday. So there's a few items still there that you can go along and then you can check out. What I will do as well, the other one I will tell you about in a moment, which is all about the Crafter's Choice Awards. But who am I here? Who am I here with today? Well, we're back together again. We're looking bright and sunshine, spring-like. Debbie's back.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I was just going to say, though, it's not the normal Wednesday figure on the couch that you would normally see. So our lovely Sheena is having some well-deserved time off indeed, because we've been working her to the bone since she come back. So normal resumption will apply next week. She'll be here next Wednesday. But you've got me instead today. And I'm really excited because we've got loads of crafty bargains. Lots of lovely things, a masterclass coming up as well. And then top of my head then thinking, Debbie, I can't remember what masterclass it is. And I did all the prep for it, so I can't remember. Thank you. I don't know. I think it's the sun that's got to the head a little bit. I think it's the sun that's got to the head. So yeah, so we've got loads lined up for you. I think it's going to be a good old day. And of course, being with my gorgeous little girl.
I know
it's so
exciting.
Much fun.
I know,
really
it's so much fun. What we do have, you'll have seen with Ben over the last couple of days anyway, from the 23rd to the 26th of this month, we've got our Crafter's Choice Awards 2023. Now, when it comes to today's nominations, what is the best crafty die range in your opinion? So there we go. You've got 5 there that you can see that you can choose from. You've got your creator card dies, you've got nesting dies, statement. You've then got your dimensional dies and also some edgeable dies.
Toughie that, Craig.
That is a toughie.
What would your favourite be?
Oh, mine's would. It's going to have to be nesting dies.
I know you. I had a feeling you were going to go nesting. You see, for me, it's really hard there because there's creator card and edgeables, and I often talk about my top. In my top three, and I do talk about top 3. It's creator cards, edgeables and nesting dies. They're my top 3. However, what would be the top spot? I think creator card would just edge it.
Do you think so?
I think it would for me. Yeah.
I'm going to stick with the nesting dies. But what is your favourite? Head across to our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, and you can vote and see what one is your favourite as well. While you're there, in celebration, of course, of our Crafter's Choice Awards, we've got up to 70% off on an abundance of items across on the website as well. There is just one whole category where everything's there, or it is all split up as well if you want to choose individual things to have a look at, but that's where you need to go. But we do have social all ready to go. We've got Rachel is on this morning. She is saying good morning to everyone. Good morning to you, Rachel. Sandra is in saying hello everyone from Pow. Is it Pow? Where's it? In Ireland. Sunny P-O-W-Y-S.
Can I have a look? Oh, I've not heard of that one before.
I know.
Is that an island as well?
Yeah.
Oh, I've not heard of that one before.
Or is that Welsh?
It looks Welsh.
Welsh.
It does look Welsh.
Get my countries right. I've not been here for quite a few days, so, you know, I'm just easing back in. It's somewhere in the UK.
We'll have to ask, what's the lady's name?
Yeah, so it's Sandra Evans.
Sandra
I
Evans.
recognise Sandra's name.
Yeah, Sandra, tell us how you pronounce that, because I like to know how you pronounce things properly.
Yes, it's
so
Wales.
yeah, so that'd be a good one to tell us, because neither of us have any idea where that is, but it sounds fabulous.
Yes, it does indeed. So it's definitely in Wales. So yeah, let us know how you would pronounce that one. Yeah, I've not seen that one. Alicia Gordon's in saying good morning, greetings from Arkansas. Peace and love to everyone.
Arkansas. We know that one.
We know that one. Oh, we know that one very, very well. Peace and love to everyone getting ready for work while listening to my favourite channel.
Oh,
it's nice that you obviously it's always great when you watch because then you can see the demonstrations and that, but it's nice that you can just listen as well at times. I sometimes just put it through my car speaker.
Yeah, I do.
Driving.
So it's me too. That's exactly how I do it.
Sarah Brown saying, hello everyone, my favourite people, yes, all at CCTV, but special hello to hugs and special hellos and hugs to Debbie and Craig from Melbourne, Australia.
Good day.
Well, hello to you too. Good day. Good day, mate.
Yeah, that's it.
Good day, mate. Rachel Norton is saying good evening from Adelaide, South Australia. Good evening, mate. We've then got Corinne is saying aloha from nice, calm and dark Maui. Oh, dark Maui. Oh, it must be really, really early. Linda is saying good morning everyone from Maryland. Michelle Harris saying welcome back, Craig. Good morning. Well, thank you very much. I've not actually been anywhere. It's just the way that I've been at Hobbymaker here in the UK, so it's just the way that the schedule works out. So I've not actually been like off again or anything like that. So don't worry about that. Another holiday. Not yet. Not yet. Not like Ben.
Not Mr. Mosby.
Not like Ben.
No. Ben's not here again.
Not again. Sandra Dundas is saying, oh, Debbie, that dress is so pretty.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's so
lovely.
nice.
And Mandy Adams is saying it's Pow is in Wales.
So it is in
pronounced
Wales.
Pow.
Yeah.
Pow. Anything you want to know, anything you want to ask, certainly when it comes to the masterclass or any questions that you've got for Debbie when it comes to today's wake-up call, then get in contact in social along the bottom, whether it's Facebook or YouTube. That's where you need to go. But while we get ourselves sorted, let's have a look at the website, because that's where you're going to find everything across there. So if you want more information about the Craft Awards, you're going to head across there, .co.uk.com or .eu. Now there you can see up to 70% off. Now that's where you're going to click into there and you're going to find all the categories. Crafter's Choice Awards up to 70% off. There is your main category, but you've got up to 20% off within certain items, up to 70 as well. Actually, there's a little section with 80. Cheeky one within that one there. But everything else, even when it comes to today's show, all the products that Debbie's going to be using and the ones that we will feature across on Shop the Day as well. We do have a pick of the day. This is for 24 hours only, and this is a Create to Card Masterclass mystery bag. Now, when it comes to all of the items in here, you have got an absolute exceptional saving. Now, you're going to be getting this for £30 or $40. You're going to be saving 70%, plus you're going to get double points as well because it is a pick of the day. Now, as you see, the usual price, $102.93 or $122.77. Now, as I say, that £30 or $40, that is your price, today's price. But if you are platinum, that comes down even more to £24 or $32. Now, what you're going to be getting? Well, you're going to be getting your winter stag. Now, when it comes to this winter stag here, this is worth £16.99 or $19.99. You're also going to be getting your angel wings here. Now that one is also worth $16.99 or $19.99. So them together, that comes to $33.98. Or for you guys stateside, it comes to $39.98. So for 2 cents more, you're going to get everything else that's in here. Here in the UK, you're already above the value straight away. You're then going to be getting your Create a Card. This is from your Colour Your World. So you've got your inner and your outer. Now, all three of these so far are big, substantial dies. You're round about that 5x7 size mark. You're then also going to get from the Roaring 20s as well. You're going to get, I mean, look at that one there. Still relatively new from our range of Roaring 20s. That's included. You're then also going to get your 3-in-1. You're getting your 3-in-1, that is with your peacock there, and it's use it in exactly the way that I say, 3 different ways. You can use the whole dies together, you can use the peacock together, you can use the background together, or you can just do it all on its own. It's entirely up to you, but the 3 ways you can use it, that's included. And then you're also going to get from the same range, but this one is your dragonfly. So that's also your 3-in-1. So you can use all the dies together, you can use the background die on its own, you can use the dragonfly on its own. That enables you to then have that 3-in-1. You're going to get all of that for £30 or $40. So saying if you are platinum, that then comes down to £24 or $32. But those two dies that I showed you at the front there, they come at $33.98 or $39.98. So that value there is absolutely off the chain. So let's just get we're just hunt for the wildflower. There is, honestly, I have got loads under here that we're going to be showing you all throughout today. Rightio, so wildflower. Maybe you didn't get your hands on this one at previous. Now is the opportunity to get your hands on it. Now it doesn't include the linen cardstock because we don't have a lot of the linen cardstock left. There is a small quantity on the website if you did want to pop it in, but not enough to make a bundle. So the bundle that we've got is what I'm away to show you here, $44.59 or $57.60. But if you're platinum, that's then going to come down to $35.67 or $46.13. Now with this one, you are going to be getting, funny enough, you're going to be getting a Create a Card die, this one being the Wildflower wreath die. You're then also going to get your craft papers. Now this is a little pack of square papers that they enable you to create a little pocket that you can pop all your florals in that you're then going to die cut. So you've got them as well. You've then got this beautiful edgeable die here, that one being your meadow flowers. So that one's included. You're then also going to get your Stay Wild stamp set. So some really lovely sentiments there, some that you're maybe not necessarily going to use on a daily occurrence, but instead of doing happy birthday or thinking of you, you might just want to do something like, well, there's a fun one, you grow girl. Send that to, a girl you just want to empower them, you can do that. You've got your embossing folder as well. So you've got your 4x6. It is a 2D embossing folder, but you've got that one included. And then you've got all of your dies. You're also going to get the stencil as well. So the stencil is what's enabling you to create that little cone shape. But you've got all of these dies, all from that wildflower theme. You can cut them in colour card, you can cut them in white card, and then ink them and distress them all that you want. But you've got them as well. So really lovely selection within that wildflower collection. You're going to get it $44.59 or $57.66. Platinum, however, comes down to $35.67 or $46.13. That's also across on the website that you'll find on .co.uk, .com or .eu. Rightio, so while we just talked about the wildflower, what we're going to do is we're going to jump across to a lady who's looking lovely and bloomful and bright, and that's been the wildflower. So let's have a look with Debbie.
Being the wildflower myself, Greg. The wildflower myself. That's how I like to think of myself. Right, so let's show you a little bit of inspiration with this gorgeous collection. And even though the papers and the linen card aren't there, it doesn't matter. You can use this collection for so many different things as well, which we're going to be touching on in Beautiful Beginnings later on tonight. So you can see those gorgeous cones where you can add your flowers. I love this one because it's almost it's like a shabby chic kind of effect, and looks incredible. And something completely different, just using maybe you've got the envelope die from the Sent With Love set. You could use that as well in there. Lots of lovely things. The lovely little edge bull that's in there, look. Oh, wow. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Simple, striking, stunning. The embossing folders are something else. That embossing folder is absolutely beautiful. And lots of different ways that you can use it. This one's a textured cardstock that's been scrubbed back and then added with some inks on there as well. So that looks absolutely fabulous. And of course, that gorgeous Create a Card die set that's in there looks stunning, and mixed with the embossing folder, because that background there is from the embossing folder onto some white cardstock that's been used twice. So it's been used in the bottom half and then the top half to elongate it. Really quite clever. Cut out in craft card, looks really effective, and then just add that pop of colour on there, and then use papers that you've got in your choice. I was going to say that this looked like the wildflower one, but I think that might be something else, Craig. I don't think that's the wildflower paper there in the background. But absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous die set, dies, embossing folders. That paper is just beautiful as well. And if that paper runs out, get your parcel paper from, you know, you can go into your pound shops and get 3 or 4 sheets, in fact, and they're big sheets. You could be doing parcel, or you could simply use craft card and then recreate it after that's gone. Do we sell that singularly, Johnny? Producer Johnny, sorry. The garden was the brown parcel paper. Because I potentially would add maybe 1 or 2 into the basket, so that if you don't want to go down that option, they're already cut to size and very easy to use. So that's what I would do as well.
Johnny said there is a small few left, so it's small quantity on the website, but worthwhile doing what Debby said.
Exactly. Now, our embossing folder is a beautiful 2D embossing folder. I remember when we launched this, I fell in love with this embossing folder. We've done so many different things with it. I'm just going to do a quite simple background wash with this, using a couple of colours. It's 4x6 in size. It is a standard embossing folder, so for anybody who's starting out in the world of embossing, using your, and I'm going to say, because I know that there are people who've got the new Gemini 2 from either QVC or the HSN, that you might have bought it. Don't worry though, it is coming very, 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 very soon. Almost, is it a week's time or something like that, Craig? I think I've heard on the grapevine.
It'll be less than a week now.
Less than a week, yeah. So, yeah, for your platform with any of the machines, it is your 2 clear cutting plates on your electronic machines. So it would be your 2 clear cutting plates on the originals, or your 2 white on your Gemini, your new Gemini 2. If you're going down the MIDI line, it is literally your purple shim with that on the top. And that's all. So that's how it would be on your the simplicity without the electricity machine, as we all know it.
Good tagline.
Absolutely. So I'm going to pop that in. Now, you can add as well. So I will just tell you, because I tend to, I don't know about yourself, Craig, but I tend to add my metal shim into that equation, just to give it that extra little bit of oomph as well. So you can do that if you want to. That's how I personally use it. You don't have to, you can just use your 2 clear cutting plates, but that's just my personal preference. Now, especially if I was colouring it in, I would always do that to add that extra little bit of embossed detail.
Does that just help, like, colour in the line?
It just helps that little bit more to see that, to see the lines a little bit better. But that's just my personal choice. And again, even in the white cardstock, it just looks absolutely beautiful. But I'm going to add some colour to it. So I've got a couple of I've gone back to my old faithfuls, Craig. I've gone back to my water reactive Harmony ink pads.
Oh, yes.
I've been using the new ones, the duet ones, for so long now that I feel like I've neglected all the others in my collection. So last night when I was prepping, I thought, nope, you are going to go back to your beautiful originals, and you're going to do a little bit of colour into there. And I'm just going to add a little bit of pink using that. But yeah, I feel like a traitor to the to the ink pads, because I have fallen in love with those duet ink pads.
You really have. Don't get me wrong, I love them, but you
I absolutely love them.
Yeah.
I'm beyond love them. I just think they're absolutely incredible. But yeah, do we still have some of those?
I think we might have a small few, if I'm
I know, because I've not heard anybody mention them for the last few days, so I just wondered if we got any left.
So I had them last Thursday.
Did you have a craft along with them?
No. Just, I think we featured them.
Got a little bit jealous then. I thought you were going to tell me you'd had a craft along with them. I'm like, I really want
Johnny's
those.
just went, did you?
Did you?
I think I did.
Poor Johnny. How many days is this, Johnny, that has been here now? 8 out of 9 days. So we're going to forgive Johnny for not remembering. That's a lot of shows, a lot of hours. Let's hope God love him. Yeah, we did do it, didn't we, Craig? He's saying, yeah, we did do it. What did you use them with?
I think I just done technique section, Debbie.
Oh, yeah. Honestly. Yeah. Love them. So many different techniques that you can achieve with those. They're fabulous. This is the pink tulip, and you can see even just by using pink tulip, that's really popped that out. But I'm going to add a little bit more to that. So I'm going to add my other favourite. Can't help it because I love the fuchsia. And I'm just going to add a little bit more just to give it a little bit more of a pop. And you can see when you add the 2 colours together, that lovely pop that it gives you around the edges as well. So, and this is just standard multi-purpose cardstock that I've used. Okay. You can use, of course, water water reactive. Debbie, what's water reactive?
What are you using?
What I'm using, yeah. Watercoloured cardstock, that's what I'm meaning. But yeah, you could use that as well, because I'm going to add some water to this. I'm going to give it a little bit of a full bleaching technique, of course, if you are using the new ink pads. I mean, you can do that kind of technique with it as well. Get that lovely old, distressed, aged, weathered look when you use them. And again, absolutely fabulous. So I'm just going to do a little bit where I've just kind of framed it a little bit. In fact, do you know what? I think I might just frame it a little bit more. Let me see if I can find plum jam, which is the next.
It's like the sunshine is just bursting around the edges, and you know, you've just seen that lightness just tunneling through.
Oopsie daisy. No ink pads were on then. No, just so you know, they just fell off the shelf because I was being a bit clumsy.
I'll make myself useful.
Oh, God love you. Well, I think I have. I think I might have coloured the floor, shall we say? And there's me moaning when I come in about the mess that was left behind here yesterday. I was like, words, Craig. I were on a little bit of a rant. I was like, who's been here? Who's been here? I
walked in the studio and walked out the studio.
I was like, look at the mess. Nothing's been cleaned up. I was like, it's disgusting. Look at it. And then what does Debbie go and do? She goes and inks the floor. So I'm one to talk, aren't I?
No one knows. No one knows.
No one knows. No one need know. And there you go. Just adding those three colours together gives you that lovely, it draws you in almost. But yeah, I'm just going to pop those back on there. I might use those later because I really like that colour combination. Beautiful. So that's that part of it done, and what I'm just going to do now is add a splash of water to do a little bit of full bleaching. Of course, I could lift the colour out and then paint with them as well, or I could add now over the top of it pencils, our alcohol mediums, anything to just lift that a little bit more, but I'm just going to give it a little tiny full bleach, and just by dropping a few drops of water over the top. Because I do love this. This is another lovely technique I love doing.
Technique
never tire of it. Never, ever tire of it. Obviously, with the water reactive, the longer you leave it, the more the ink sucks away. What's the word I'm looking for?
Bleaches?
Bleaches. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Craig. But yeah, I'm just going to go over the top with my... with my tissue paper over the top. I'm telling you, my words get worse as I get older.
Debbie,
they get
we're
worse.
all like that today. I don't know what's wrong with us today.
I think it's the weather.
All our words.
I think it's the weather. I'm going to blame the weather. It's very warm. I knew it was going to be a warm day, Craig, when I looked out first thing this morning, because I was like, oh, good grief. This was at like 5:30 when I first woke up. And you see the sun starting to rise, and I'm like, oh, it's going to be a corker. Not a cloud in the sky. I thought it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. And true to it, it absolutely is. It's beautiful out. Talking of beautiful, I think that looks beautiful.
I do as well.
I really, really love that. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I have already done one. In fact, actually, now I've done this, I'm thinking I like this better. And I wish I'd not mounted it on doing all it. Look, I prefer that one. In fact, do you know what I'm going to do, Craig? I'm going to just... do a little bit of matte and layering.
Yeah, go for it. Got plenty of time.
I'm going to change it up a little bit. Why not? Let's change it up a little bit. Tape pen. There we go. And I'm going to change this up because I prefer this one to the one that I did. Isn't it fun? It's always the case, isn't it? And that's literally just going to make that pop that little bit more. And I might add a little bit of white underneath it as well. Let me grab my guillotine and let's just trim that down. Yeah, I think I'll add a bit of white onto that as well. And then...
When you were talking about the new ink pads there, Debbie, Sandra Dundas is asking, and actually I'm not sure, I presume so, but she's saying, Craig, but I'll ask Debbie, is it okay to use the new brushes with the water reactive ink pad?
Yes, it is, yeah, absolutely. Do you know the lovely thing about those brushes? You can use any inks with it. Now, I know that there's a lot of people saying, no, don't cross-contaminate. Do you know if you clean them?
If you clean them,
If you clean them, it's absolutely fine. You can go into all your ink pads if you clean them. Just make sure they're thoroughly clean. That's all I would say for that. But because I know that, if you can afford to have all of your brushes for each one of your inks, I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I can't.
No.
So yeah, clean them in between. But yeah, absolutely, you can go from a water reactive to one of the new Duet ink pads with those, but just make sure you give them a good clean. When I say good clean, a bit of tissue, spritz it with some water, and then rub that into there.
Okay.
And it's just the top part of it because the ink sits on the top and it doesn't soak through.
Right.
And I don't know if anybody, I mean, have you used the brushes, Craig? Because I know that they were one of those blink and we kind of missed it.
Yeah, I did touch upon them that last Thursday I was on, yeah.
Yeah, because they are glorious. They really are glorious brushes, but they don't soak, so the ink sits on top. So do you know, like with an ink applicator, the ink kind of, over time, the ink soaks in.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
On the brushes, it lays on the top.
Got you.
And so they're very easy to clean.
Perfect.
So yeah, so I would definitely say that. And was that Sandra that you said had asked that question? Yeah, Sandra, absolutely. Just make sure they're clean. That's all you need to do. Just make sure they're clean.
Good tip.
I know what I'm like when I do everything by eye, Craig, and then sometimes I end up chopping off way too much than what I wanted to. But I think I've got away. Actually, no, just a little bit more off there.
We've got Lynn on YouTube is saying, hello from Indiana. I'm up early. It's my birthday today.
Happy birthday, Lynn.
Happy birthday, Lynn. Happy birthday to you.
I hope. What are you getting up to?
That's what I was just about to say. I was like, what are you getting up to today on your birthday? You going out? You doing a bit of crafting? You being spoiled? Let us know. Let us know.
Now, I've got myself a card base. Talking of card bases, oh my God. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. The new ones, Craig. Oh, dear Lord, I'm in total love. I have actually used some of my old Wildflower paper, but as you can see, not much of it is showing. So, but I'm going to pause it just there for a second because I am going to bring in, and even though saying that could be a nice card front now with a little sentiment.
It could be, couldn't it?
Without anything else. However, there's so much beautifulness in this collection that I am going to come to the mailbox flowers, slowly, Debbie, slowly, mailbox flowers, because I love these. They're those gorgeous wildflowers, mix and match you can use with the, now I never know the words for these, Craig, because I always call it the foliage, but they've got names, aren't they, all these little pieces, but you can build pieces up. So this is like a stem with leaves, so you can add these pieces to it. And then you've got solid ones, you've got solid flowers there. Debbie can never remember the name of those. They're like poppies, aren't they?
Poppy, that's what they're like. I always thought they were poppies.
Oh, they like poppies. Yeah, the poppies, Greg. Thank you, Greg. But yeah, you've got all of those that you can then add to the top as well. And then, of course, you've got your lovely little template that's going to help you with your beautiful parcel. And it's already, I say parcel, give it the right name, Debbie. Parcel paper.
Parcel paper.
And then we're going to come on, and this is where you can either go straight on with your scoreboard, or as I do, I pop a little bit of a pencil line, just so I know where to pop it on my scoreboard. And then you can either do it by hand, so you can go in and simply just take it, or you can take your little scoreboards, which I'm going to go, because I like a nice, neat thing. Now, please remember, this is parcel paper. Paper, the word being paper. So just make sure you don't go at it heavy. Go at it heavy. What am I on about today? I tried to think what subtitles are trying to say when I'm speaking today. Go at it heavy.
Do you know,
as in score heavily, don't score heavily.
Do you know what? I do mean this as a bit of tongue-in-cheek, and I know you guys at home will see where I'm coming from, but Debbie's saying subtitles. You know, I don't know about elsewhere, but in the UK, you know how early in the morning you get the sign language?
Yes.
You get the man or the lady that does the sign language to EastEnders or Coronation Street or whatever's repeating. I'd love to see them doing the sign language for what you're saying sometimes, Debbie. Never mind subtitles.
It's my own language, Craig. I keep telling you I have my own language, especially as I've got older.
The way we're all going today.
So yeah, if you don't go at it heavy, you will get that lovely score line that's got no crack, no crease, because I've been gentle with it, because it is a paper, so please remember that. The last thing you want to do is get cracks in there and tear that paper, because it'll look messy and then you're going to have to waste it, and there's no point of that. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue just onto the end. I don't want too much on, because I want to leave it open so that I can then fill my little cone, not with chips, because I would if I were at home.
Nice.
Big, fat, chunky, deep-fried triple chips. Whoa, my mouth's watering, I'm hungry. You can tell I'm hungry, can't you? But I'm going to fill it with flowers. I'm going to fill it with flowers, not chips. But good old
Heinz
seaside
tomato sauce.
No. Vinegar, salt.
Oh, salt.
Give it a good old shake so that it goes down to the bottom as well.
Nice.
And then walking along the seafront, a bit of, get me to that beach right now, Greg. Get me to that beach right now.
Shooing the seagulls away.
Shoo them away. Yeah, especially if you go to Whitby. Anybody who's been to Whitby will understand what I mean by that, because Whitby's not the place to have fish and chips at the seaside.
No.
Oh, no. Right, so let's get filling it with our flowers. So you're going to then decide how you're going to colour them in with... what should we colour them in with? I'm going to use my alcohol markers, Craig. Yeah, I'm going to go with the alcohol markers. Yeah, so we'll do it, and I'll only do a few. I'm not going to go mad and do too many. But yeah, we'll do a few on there. And we've got some foliage as well. So yeah, all of those that you've got there to choose from, including that template. And just remember to keep your template there inside that box, because I misplaced mine, looking absolutely everywhere last night for this. Found it on the floor of all places. I thought I'd cleaned that craft room, and I found it on the floor near the bin. Pfft, thank goodness not in the bin.
Not in the bin?
Not in the bin, not this time. Oh, I was doing some gardening at the weekend. Managed to lose the glasses. You did? Me, yeah, because I was chopping trees. After I'd done my garden, chopping trees down with me, what's those electrical things?
Oh, yeah.
One of them.
One of them.
Trimmer, like a trimmer, but for edge trimmer. Thank you very much. Yes, an edge trimmer. And picking them all up, but as I put them on the head, because I was wearing sunglasses, I hadn't realised that they dropped off. So I'm scooping everything, putting it at the side of the house. Then I said to my son, have you seen my glasses anywhere, Liam? And he's like, no, they're usually at the top of your head, Mum. I'm like, I had them, gardening, I know I did. And literally, 2 days later, found them. Found them in the garden rubble where I'd put it all on the side. They were just laying there.
Not
so I picked it up,
that?
not scratched, no nothing. So yeah, so that's just me all over. Me all over, Greg. Are you the same? Because you like gardening, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I have to be in the mood to do it.
Oh yeah.
I have to be in the mood. Like my grass in the back garden just now is like yay high, and each day when I've had a couple of days off, I'm like, I'm going to cut it. I have to be in the psyche to do it. You do. You have to be. Yeah, that's true. And it's only because I say treat myself to a new lawnmower. Mr. Flexiway helped me get that way because I needed one, and a strimmer as well. So, and I thought, you know what? And I can't keep relying on my son to do it. God love him. And plus he burnt to a crisp on Saturday, so he was in no fit state to do anything on Sunday. Tell him, sun cream. Got to wear it, but burnt to a crisp. Went for a walk in the woods. Thought it was safe. No, absolutely not. So he wasn't feeling up to it. So I said, you know what, I'm going to do it, and I really enjoyed it. I surprised myself how much I enjoyed it. See, I like trotting about in the garden. I tell a lie. What I did do on Sunday is I done all the weeds in my front garden. Oh yeah. Because last year I put the black membrane down, I put the white stones down, and those blinking weeds still managed to come through. So I picked all them out, but I've still got the back to do. It looks very nice though. I've seen your posts, and it does look lovely, Craig. It looks really nice, your garden at the moment. In the summertime, yeah. In the summertime. In the summertime, yeah. I think all gardens look beautiful in the summertime, don't they? Now, I'm just going to come back with these three here because on these they have what we call an emboss feature. So if I turn that over, that lovely design that you see there needs to come through that little bit more. So I'm going to pop them back on. I've removed the magnetic shim, and I'm just going to pop onto the top the rubber purple shim, just to give that little finish off with the
with a Gemini. Now, if you're using your MIDI or your Mini, because these will all go through those, you don't have that option.
No.
So you will still get an emboss. We all know the power of a Gemini, whether regardless it be electronic or manual, gives you pressure and will put some of it through, but it just won't quite finish it off like this stage will do.
Do you know what I do?
What do you do?
If I do use that,
Do you shim it?
Mini or that, I'll go in with my purple ball tool and then just press in afterwards.
What a cracking idea, Craig.
Yeah.
That is
I'll
a
do that if I
very
use the
good
Mini or the
idea.
MIDI.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot. That's a good idea. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Sharing these
Sharing
ideas.
ideas.
Absolutely. So I've put a few out there. I'm just going to grab a scrap of black because I'm going to do a bit of colouring, but I'm not going to colour it onto white because it's difficult to see. So I'm just going to put a little bit of black cardstock underneath. And then you're going to choose how you're going to colour these in. So we've decided these are poppies, so we definitely need a red.
They have.
Ooh. I'm going to have an orange, I think. Let's change it up a little bit.
That's the thing, you can do what you want.
Oh, you can, yeah,
Colour-wise.
absolutely. There's no right or wrong ways with these. You can do whatever it is that you want. And I'm just going to go over, and again, you don't have to worry too much about shading and things like that. Just slap some colour down, get that colour on, and just really enjoy getting therapeutic with these, because I love these flowers. I've used them ever such a lot, and not just in the Wildflower collection either, Craig. I've taken them into other collections that I've got.
They're good for that, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm going to do that one. Let's pop the top back on there. A little bit of the greenage. Greenage?
Greenage.
Is that a new word? Greenery.
I like greenage.
I like greenage, yeah. We'll use that one. Talking of greenage, I've had to chop some of my trees down. They're getting a little bit out of hand.
Well,
is this the right word? Lilandi? Is that how you say it? The Lilandi trees? So they started off really nice and small, and I like a bit of privacy. So I like, because it's quite an open area where I live, on the estate that I live, and I like a little bit of privacy. Do you know when you leave them and you don't do anything with them for a fair few years, they grow, and they grow.
Yeah.
And Craig, when I first planted it, it had a very small, and I'm going to say about this big, little trunk. Oh, Craig, it's about 5 times bigger than me. It's massive.
Is it?
Honestly, massive. I was like, oh my God. And it towers above the house now. So I couldn't quite get up there, but what I did was I cut all of them down because they've overhung. My next door neighbour, he did that and then decided to drop them over my side of the fence for me to clear up. It's okay, I get it. Oh, I get it. but yeah, they've grown like monsters, and it's like, how did that happen? How did that happen? Very easily with those trees. They're like a beast.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that grows that quick. I didn't realise, Jill is saying, Craig, it's no cut May, so that you get wildflowers in the gardens. So is that apparently you're not meant to cut your grass or that in May time? So that you can get the wildflowers come through.
Yeah, that's very true, yeah.
And bumblebees and that. Oh, well, that's fine then. I'll just wait till next month to cut my grass then.
Well, you see, because I've got birds. They every year they come in there. They nest in my tree. So I won't cut them down because it's their home. They come every year. They've been coming for years in there. They weren't happy that I was trimming down the bottom part of it, and I was only trimming down the bottom part. But I thought they'd gone out for the day. Literally thought the family's gone out for the day, so all right, I'll be able to get away with it. No, and they came back and they weren't very happy with me at all for chopping up. I only chopped the bottom so that my grass can get a little bit of air to it, and
that makes sense.
Yeah, and because when I had the dogs, they used to go and take root under there for cover for cooling down.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they cooled down.
Yeah,
now I've got the neighbours' cats.
The neighbours' cats?
Oh God, yeah. The neighbours' cats think their garden is my garden's their garden, so they're always in there.
Yeah.
I have them all. And I say all, I feel like I've got the streets cats all in my garden. Little devils they are as well, because they like to use my garden as a toilet.
Oh, do they do it? Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
They don't do that in mine. The only annoying thing that I've got is because I've got those Amazon Blink security cameras.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Every time that the cats, because there's quite a few, they toddle through my garden, so it sets, and like mine's is my house would be safe from like Home Alone because I've got a camera on like every section of the back garden and down the fence and that, so it sets every one of them off. It just pops up on my phone every time. I know you can stop the alerts, but then I'm like, well, that defeats the purpose then of not knowing that there's someone about your house. So yeah, they set all mine off. That's frustrating.
It's very frustrating, it is, it's very frustrating. Now, I was looking for my poppy colour, but I think someone's raided our pens, Craig, because the reds disappeared.
They were just sorted last week.
I know, yeah, I think they've been raided, but you can see the kind of thing that you're going to be able to achieve. So your lovely little daisies there, and different colours, because I've had to play around with them. So I've added different colours, and I've got quite a few. When I say quite a few, I like to make them. And when you've got your stems, you just attach them to the back with a bit of glue or a bit of tape, but have a lot of fun with them. And just, do you know what and this is what I do, genuinely do, make lots up so that I can pop them, whatever I don't use, I can pop them into a bag afterwards, and then I can just reach out to them when I need them, so that I've got all of them to hand when I want to do, you know, fill me parcel up, fill me little cone up, which is what we're going to do in a second. So you can see that one hasn't got anything to it, but I've got some, and I keep some loose as well, Craig, so that I can add these, because not necessarily do they need a stem to them. No. So I tend to leave some free that I can then have a play around with. So yeah, I've got all those to choose, and then I think what I'm just going to do is bring my cone back in.
They look awesome.
And then you just fill them up. So literally have a little play, put a little bit of foliage in the back, sorry. And then just fill up your beautiful cone with these gorgeous flowers.
Chips.
And literally just create a few. And then all I've done with this, Craig, is I've added quite a few in and added a little bow just onto the front. But yeah, I'm going to save those for later because that's what I tend to do. So let's bring all that back in because I'm conscious I have been chattering away, as always. It's what happens when you get in this building.
That's what happens, yeah. You're not the only one that's been chattering away. So many are tuning in this morning. It's lovely to see all your names popping up. Christine Mahoney saying, oh, good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday to the wonderful Craig and sweet Debbie.
I hope she had a lovely birthday as well. It was Christine's birthday the other day, so I hope she had a lovely birthday, yes.
Happy birthday for the other day, Christine. We've got Sandra saying, Debbie, CC has countless pretty flowery paper pads. Don't they just?
Absolutely, yeah. There's some beauties. There really is. So yeah, you can use any of them. I'm just using up. I think I might have told you this before, but I'm going through mine and getting rid. Although I wish now I'd cut that little bit out because I could use that for something else. However, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to pop that into the centre.
AK on YouTube is saying, Craig, now I want to see a person doing sign language for Debbie too.
I've used one of those lovely sentiments. I've gone with have a blooming good day, and I've used our nesting dies. These are my circular ones again, something that I use a heck of a lot. And then just debating where to pop my little, let's have a look. I think I'm going to go there. I'm going to add though a little bit of, in fact I will, I'm going to have a little bit of a foam pad or two just on the back.
Okay.
Red liner tape will work just as well, but yes. And it's just that little finishing touch and bringing all of your items in together. So I'm just going to go just into there. Always happens to me. They move.
The wee gems.
The jams, yeah. The jams. Let's get that out of there. And there you go. We've got ourselves, and I've gone with a tenfold card. So again, you can really create some beautiful things. That was just using the embossing folder with a couple of inks and then using colouring mediums and that lovely parcel paper to create your beautiful bouquet of flowers. So a gorgeous collection, and we are going to be focusing a little bit more on that later on today in A Beautiful Beginnings.
Absolutely, we will do. And if you want to get your hands on that collection there, you can absolutely do that. The only thing just to point out, it doesn't include the linen cardstock because we've got very, very little cardstock left over. You can get it on the website separately, so it is there just in a small quantity, but not enough to make up a full bundle. But you do get everything else within this 6-piece bundle, where you are going to be getting the embossing folder. Now that's the one that Debbie was using a moment ago, where she done all her inking, so that one's included, your 2D embossing folder. You've then got your Stay Wild sentiments, lovely array of different different form of sentiments that you maybe not seen before. You've then got your Modern Flower edgeable die. Really lovely one to do a little paper piecing on if you put some acetate at the back. You've got that pack as well of your parcel paper. Remember, Johnny was saying that there's a small quantity left over of that, so if you did want to stock up on that, you can do, pop 1 or 2, however many you like, into your basket, but there's not much left. You've also got the Wildflower wreath die as well, so you've got the 2 dies, because that cuts in and then cuts out. And then not only have you got the template for the actual parcel paper, what you've also got is all of these dies. These are the ones that Debbie was using just a moment ago, where she coloured up. You can of course colour them yourself. You can then cut them into your cardstock, linen card, your pattern paper if you want to, but you've got all of that. Everything there you're going to get for $44.59 or $64.39. If you are platinum, that's then going to come down to $35.67 or $51.51. That is that complete Wildflower collection, just minus the actual linen cardstock, but there is a small amount there on the website for you to grab your hands on. And then, whoa, so busy this yesterday, really busy, and I am not surprised in the slightest. We have got our shaped concept cards. So within these ones here, right, let's keep them in the order that Ben had them, I think. So we're going to be getting, so essentially what you're going to be getting is everything that you see here. In actual fact, plus more, because this isn't the actual full pads themselves. You've got about 6 sheets of each one when it comes to the die cut toppers. You're going to get the card bases and the topper pads as well. It's a showstopper, so you're going to get the Colorable all-purpose glue, and you're going to get my favourite, the 3D foam pads. All of that you're going to get for £80 or $110. If you are platinum, it comes down to £64 or $88. And this is what you are going to be getting. You're going to be getting all of these card blanks. So you're going to get the shaped card blanks, and then you're also going to be getting the matte and layer template as well. So the actual template themselves, they create the matte and layer for you to then adhere onto. So then this is going to create your actual rocker, or your stepper rocker that you can see here. So you're going to get that one. And you've got a few of these, by the way, in each, but I can't remember how many you get in each pack. So is it 24? Wow, 24. So these ones are all pre-cut. This is your double stepper here. So you've actually got your double stepper worker card there. That is your card base. It's all scored and cut to the way it needs to be. And then you've got all your mats and layers as well. So really simple to put together. If you are familiar with the template library, they're along the same lines as that concept, but these ones here have given you the card blanks already done, and then the mats and layers for you to keep and use time and time again. That one's giving you the tri-shutter card, so that's enabling you to create your shapes such as that one. And then you're also going to be getting these ones here. So with these ones here, you're going to be getting the zigzag cascade, which is this one here. So that's giving you the zigzag cascade. So I'm going to pop that one down. Really simple to form. The card blanks themselves come like that one. And then you're just going to give them a really good fold and burnish, and then you can do the mats and layers. We're still not finished. You're then going to be getting your double diamond fan fold card with the mats and layers as well. So remember, the card blanks are already pre-done for you. They're already pre-scored, pre-cut where they need to be, and then you come along and do all your own mats and layers. That one enables you to do that one here. And then what we've also got our last but by no means least, we've got our step card. So this one here giving you all the card blanks and the templates for you to then create all the mats and layers, which has given you this fun shape that you can see here. So you've got all of them. That's not it though. Let me move these ones to the side, because it's the showstopper, so it means you're going to be getting all of the die cut toppers as well. So these are decoupage toppers. These are all die cut, as I say, so that just means they're just going to pop out, and then you're going to layer them on top of each other. So you can see that we've got our everyday celebrations. That one is also from the everyday celebration. So you've got the little teddy bears, as well as that little teapot and teacups. And then from also your everyday celebrations, which is one of my personal favourites, is the little boat, the little ship, the little lighthouse. And then you've got your actual, what do you call them? It's gone right out of my head now. Nope. Hot air balloon. Hot air balloon. There you go. Couldn't think. Hot air balloon. So these ones all come in the everyday celebrations. You're also going to be getting the fancy florals as well. And it's exactly that. Full of the most beautiful florals. Would work well actually with your wildflower. Also on your fancy florals, you've got your sunflowers, that really beautiful rose. And then last but by no means least, you're going to be getting your florals within that one there. So you're going to get all of these ones. It is 2 great big pads full of your die cut decoupage toppers that you just need to pop out and then use your 3D foam pads, or if you do have glue gel to assemble them, then of course you can use that. You're going to get your all-purpose glue, and then you are going to be getting your foam pads as well to then just start to layer them all together. So all of them ones, £80 or £110. If you are platinum, that's then going to come down to £64 or $88. Debbie's actually got some finished samples from our showstopper to show you.
Seen them?
Yeah.
It's the first time I've seen them because I've been off for a couple of days, so I haven't seen these, and I missed the shows, Craig. So I missed you this weekend. I didn't get to see any of the shows. So I'm so excited about these.
Yeah, good.
I was literally, as I was just going through then, I'm thinking, oh my God, these are right up my street. As a crafter, when I first started crafting, getting the shaped cards was one of the, as I thought, very difficult to achieve, to try and learn how to do them, which you can, there's tutorials out there, but sometimes you just want quick, simple and easy. And I didn't realise that they came with all the mats and layers as well, which is even more exciting. And then those topper sheet, I mean, those toppers are just so useful to be able to create beauties like this. So there's a couple of options here, because in that lovely card, this one has just been used with a previous collection that we've had in our wealth of library over the years, but that one's been using those toppers. So 2 different, very different cards, but look equally as lovely. I love this one. I'm not going to lie. This shape, this card shape, is just phenomenal. And again, whether you use the toppers or whether you use things that you already own in your collection. So that's from the Be Beautiful collection. But this one, I absolutely love this because it's from the same one. But look at the difference between that. And I do love a good rocker card. I'm not going to lie. These are just absolutely fabulous. And then all the different ways that you can use them as well, Craig. They're phenomenal. I love them. I just think they're fabulous. And the fact is that you've actually got there all the mats and layers covered as well is just absolutely fabulous. Love this, how that's been used. All those florals so around there, using one of the mini dies in that collection as well. Well, you know, that, the collection that I'm always talking about. Absolutely fabulous. A really great concept, a really great idea. And I need to get hold of a set is what I want to get my hands on now, because I want to play with these later. Love them, absolutely love them. And look at the price for everything. That is an incredible saving on something brand new today, and I just think that's absolutely fabulous. And looking at the purple box for everything, the purple box, 20% off, I just think it's absolutely fab. So yeah, really, really good. I love this one. Absolutely really love it.
And you know, the card blanks are ones that you'll have found from the template library, but it just means you're not having to then do the drawing around, cutting around. So many of us love doing that anyway, but maybe you're just wanting that, maybe you want that fun concept, but you're just limited in a bit of time, then just bring these ones out. And then when you've got more time, you can go to your template library. So they're all going to work really, really well together.
Absolutely.
Hand in hand together. We've got loads of comments coming through. We are going to take a little bit of a break, then we'll have a look at all the comments. Just want to give you a reminder now. Remember, what I'm away to say excludes anything that launched within May. So what Debbie's just showing you there does exclude any of those launches. However, we do have a spend more, save more. And that is where if you spend 50, you're going to get £10 or $10 off. All you need to do is pop in save 10 in the promo code at checkout. And if you spend £100 or dollars or euros, you're going to then get £20 or dollars or euros off that 100 spend. All you need to do for that one is pop save 20 in that promo code. So maybe have a look at any items that have launched for instance, Wildflower, if you want to go for that one, that launched the other month there, so you'll be able to take advantage of that one. Maybe some essentials. Have a wee look. As long as it didn't launch within this month of May, then you could take advantage of that buy more, save more. That always works well when it comes to the advantage of your Club Inspire. And if you are new to us or you want a little bit more information on Club Inspire and how to join, here's the boss to tell you all about it.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly
what
how
does she do?
he looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
It's the first time I've seen the
Yeah,
little redone of the video.
I said, oh, do you know, because we would get busy ready in between the show, in between like the break, and we were like, we heard something, didn't we? And we said, oh, hang on a minute, that's not the normal one. And we both went, oh, I didn't know that. And it was lovely to see lovely Lynn, because Lynn did the craft along with myself and Ben the other week. Go Granny Live, I think she is. Honestly,
we watch him.
Just fabulous. Is she watching that? Oh, she's so sweet. I absolutely loved having her as a guest, and hopefully it won't be the last time that we have her as a guest either. But yeah, it was lovely to see that.
Yeah, really nice to see what all the lovely things you're saying. We've got, where were we now? Robbie is on Facebook. I was singing, lost my spot there, just having a wee sing-song. Yeah, in that break as well, I was humming away, and the guys thought I was singing Happy Birthday.
I thought you were singing Happy Birthday.
I was actually clearly, I thought I was humming the tune of the song, the tune of the show. Clearly not.
No, it sounded like
Happy Birthday.
That's what it sounded like to me. That's what I thought you were saying.
Definitely was it. It was to you, Christine. That's what it was.
Oh.
Robbie is saying, good morning from Alabama. I'm loving this card, Debbie. Oh, wasn't it beautiful? It really was beautiful. AK on YouTube saying, Craig, now I want to see the person doing a sign language for Debbie too. We've got Liz R. Oh, hi, Liz. Is saying, there is now someone dressed up as a bird of prey to scatter the seagulls at Whitby.
Oh. I haven't been for a while because I haven't been for a long time, because the nightmares that I have of when being sat on that Whitby side at the beach and just being attacked by them has put me off going back. So I still love to go to places like Skegness, Blackpool. I love all those kind of, your touristy kind of places. But yeah, Whitby's it's a beautiful place. Scarborough's another gorgeous one that I love to go to as well. So yeah, I'm glad to hear about that, because I think I might go and pay Whitby another visit.
Yeah, sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, just by all means go to Dundee. It's a lovely place. Just watch for the seagulls. They're vicious in Dundee.
Carnoustie looks lovely.
Oh, yeah.
Your beach looks beautiful, Craig.
Yeah,
it looks beautiful,
lovely.
that beach. Carnoustie
Really,
Beach
my
looks
beach.
beautiful. Your beach.
My beach.
Is it your beach?
It is my
It always
beach.
looks like your beach, because every time you post one, there's only you on it.
I know.
It's
always, I always go at the right time.
Oh.
Right time I go. Very first thing I do whenever I arrive is I go for a walk down the beach, and then one of the last things I do before I leave to come back is I go for a walk
See, I'm like that when I go to places like Blackpool or Skeggy. I get everything in van or wherever I'm staying, or hotel room, and I'm straight to the beach. It's the first place I go, and I just walk up and down. Wind in your hair, the sea air, you just can't beat it. You just can't beat it at all.
Especially when it's your hometown, you just can't beat it. It's brilliant to see. We've got Crafty Tulip on YouTube saying, good morning all, working from home today, so I'm able to have wake-up call on in the background. Yippee indeed. Corinne on Facebook is saying, Debbie, put pine cones in your flower beds, that will keep the cats out.
Put what?
Pine cones.
And do you know what? Next to my plot where I am, there is a tree. It belongs to the council tree, but it drops pine cones. And I'm always throwing them back over because they drive me mad. Now I didn't realise. So if I put them in and put them around my garden, it'll stop the cats from doing things.
So she says if you put them in your flower beds, that's going to keep the cats out.
Ah, I'll try that.
I'm going to try that as well.
I'll try that.
Zoe Carver saying, my husband works in forestry. His pet hate is having to climb and fell these overgrown hedges. Say hedges, usually now taller than other people's houses.
Oops.
Yeah, like yours.
Oops.
It's not that tall, is it?
It's bigger than my house.
Is it?
And I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 that shamefully, I feel like I've had my hands wrapped now. But yes, they've grown bigger than the house. They weren't that big when I bought them. In fact, they weren't bigger than me.
No.
And I'm only 5'1" and a little bit. But they are huge now, absolutely huge. And I put them in about 15 years ago, just to create a little bit of, because I told my sister, because my sister's done it with hers, and I said to her, make sure you stay on top of those because they will grow like wildflower, literally wild. But yes, so who was the lady that said her husband does all the felling?
So that was Zoe Carver.
Zoe, so does he come to Barnsley? What I'm going to ask next. Does he come to Barnsley? Because I could do with trimming him down just a little bit.
Yeah.
I can't get up there though, that's the only thing.
There you go, everyone went a little job there. Head across to Debbie. She'll maybe give you some cardstock or something like that as a thank you. Just a couple more before we crack on again. Linton, hashtag Go Live Granny on YouTube, saying Mr. Yodel has just brought me 3 packages, one of which is Blue Template Library, and there are some wonderful designs in there. Oh, there is indeed. We've also got, Lynn is also saying thank you so much. And then we've also got Heather Springer on YouTube saying, Debbie, thank you so much for your sweet reply to my message. I'm still gobsmacked that you answered, since I know how busy you are. You are such a blessing.
Oh, you're very welcome. I try everybody that does message me, I can't always guarantee I see it straight away because it's kind of linked to my own, it's linked to our own private ones, isn't it, as well? So I have to go out and go into it separately. It doesn't allow me to do it through my own page. But I do get around to answering absolutely everybody. So anybody who's messaged, if I haven't messaged you back, just give me a little prompt because I do like to help people wherever I can. That's what we're here for. We don't just stand here and make pretty cards. We like to help you as well. So thank you for that lovely reply. You're very welcome is all I'm going to say.
Heart of gold, absolute heart of gold. Right, let's have a look at our next item now. This is potentially going to be one of the last chances you're going to get your hands on this set here. This is your Colorable Create a Card die set. It's a 6-piece, but it's actually 49 elements because you've got stamps, you've got dies as well. £46 or $53, but if you are platinum, it's going to come down to $36.80 or $42.40 for everything that I'm away to show you. Is it there yet? Is it? Yeah, it is limited stock. There we go. I wasn't sure if we were just teetering on the edge of going into limited stock, but there we are. Green on the screen, which means
it soon won't be seen. Ooh, that was good, wasn't it?
That was. Yours was good. I'm not quite Ben standard, but that was good.
I've been practicing, you see, every time he does it, I practice. And because he G's it up, because he goes like this and G's it up, I have to give it the oomph back. That's what I have to do. And obviously, it's Ben, so we have to.
It's Ben.
It's
just
insane,
automatic.
isn't it?
He says it, and it just automatically comes out of you. It soon won't be seen. But absolutely, it soon won't be seen where you're going to get your Create a Card die selection. So what we've got our Sweet Roses. Now remember, these are your Colorable because the stamped images you're going to be able to colour in and create your card out of the die. Now this has taken our stamped Create a Card dies and then also our dies Create a Card range together, which then create this beautiful set. So you've got 4 sets, so you've got your dragonfly as well. You've then got your butterfly as well. And then you have also got your Thinking of You. Now when it comes to these ones, as I always say with anything like this with stamps, you're going to be able to use the stamps completely on their own, but the whole concept is to use them together, cut in, cut out, you can then colour them as you wish, but then you've got your sentiments in each set, and a couple of them come with a little die to die cut them out, which is really, really handy. So it is limited stock with this set here, £46 or $53. If you are platinum, that's then going to come down to $36.80 or $42.40. You can, with that one as well, take advantage of that buy more, save more as well. So just keep that one in mind. But we can then go across to Debbie, who's going to show us these in detail.
I'm slightly concerned because they're in the Masterclass Creator Card special. Slightly concerned that when we come to 2 o'clock, they might not be there, which means the 2 other prep kits that I've done over there. Yes, we'll see. We'll see. I tell you what's fabulous. Craig's pointed it out already. It's that price. That is insane when you think of how much you're actually getting in there. Because they do consist, each set consists of all of your gorgeous stamps. We talk about the really large stamp that can be used with the Creator Card, because this is the bit that creates a card, but can be used independently on its own, which is why I love this. And I know Sheena's used this quite a few times when she's been here as well, showing you lots of different techniques that you can do with it. And then you've got your lovely sentiments as well. Take this moment and make it beautiful. Shouldn't we do that with every single day of our life? Chase your dreams. Definitely chase your dreams, boys and girls. Chase them. And especially for you. Now, I'm going to use the, because it could just come in your 2 parts. Now, you're probably thinking there's more than 2 parts. Well, there is, because you've got sentiments. 2 of them have got their own die sets as well, so that you don't have to fussy cut those out. However, the bits that I'm going to concentrate on is the inner part. So you've got the inner and the outer that cut out a complete frame, and then you stamp into it. I am only going to use the inner part because part of this means it stays connected into the cardstock. Now this is how I always do mine, Craig. I don't know if you do yours differently, but I prefer to die cut the piece out first, then line that up with the stamp. And it's just my preferred preference. But you can stamp first and then die cut round it. It's a personal choice. And you work with what works for you, as we always say here at Crafters TV. You have to do what's right for you in terms of your crafting. We can give you the guidance, but it's always nice to do things your own way. So I'm going to just run that through now, my die cutting machine, and then I'm going to use my stamping platform. I think I've got that underneath here, because I do prefer the stamping platform method with this. I just find it a little bit easier, especially when I want to line that up, so that I'm not making any mistake. And of course, also, if I miss the stamp the first time round, I can go back into it. So I'm going to use that. Do we have that in stock?
I believe we do. I'm sure I've seen it on the website.
I wanted to check, because when I was last down at Hobby Maker, they didn't have any, and I thought, oh my God, has it gone again? Because we call it an hero tool for a reason, because we all love it. Every single one of us use it.
It might be in with the award section with a little cheeky discount.
Well, that's good if it is, Craig. That is a really good, a great opportunity to get hold of it. So I'm just going to use it now. So I'm going to take off my stamping platform part, and I'm going to use my magnets to hold down onto that magnetic base. As you all know, our lovely Debs. Has she been back yet, by the way? Because I know she's back. I was going to say she's at Hobby Maker, aren't she? Has she been back up here yet?
Not yet, no.
I'm sure she'll be back up soon. I'm sure she'll be back up soon.
Look at the price of this, Debbie.
What are you showing me?
I just checked my emails this morning, our newsletter.
Good grief.
Stamping platform, magnetic base.
So that's the cost, and then they can take the club membership off?
So it's $15.99 in the UK. US, you just need to check out yours. It's on our website. That's the base and the platform.
Both together?
Both together,
And that's in the award part?
It is indeed,
See, I've not, do you know, this is the thing. I haven't checked that section out on the website. So Craig's been doing a little bit of investigating. So it's $15.99, and then you minus your club discount off. What does that work out with the 20% off then? Jenny, I'll let you do that because I don't know how to work it out. I'm rubbish with maths. I keep telling you I'm rubbish with maths. But whatever is a great deal, because these are usually £20 for the base and your platform, which can be used, again, separately. Don't have to be used together every time. But it comes in handy with things like this. So what I've done is I've lined my stamp over the die cut. And how much?
Wow.
£12.80 for... Oh, that's a phenomenal deal. That is a really, really good deal, and definitely well worth getting hold of during this event.
Yeah, definitely. If you got your Crafters Companion newsletter through your email like I did, that's where I seen it. So check out your website wherever you are.
That is absolutely fabulous, that, Craig. Really, really fabulous. Thank you for checking that out. I didn't know if it was back in stock, you see, so I just wanted to double check. But that's really good, thank you. So literally now, and you can see, I'm fairly done all right, but just here at the top two, I've kind of missed a little bit. So I'm going to go back in, pop that back in. Now, I know it was inked up, or I think it was inked up, but what I can go in is double check it. So I can go back in, and it was inked up. I just missed that area. And that is why it will always be my hero tool. And I say one of the hero tools, because I have many in my choice, but absolutely fabulous. What a great opportunity to get hold of.
Definitely.
I mean, can we just take a moment? I know I'm steering clear, but it literally is a game changer for stamping, because everything's held down with your magnets on your magnetic base. You've got your grid, so you can position things in, whether you're going into the top corner, whether you're going into the middle, because you've got your crosshair in the section there. But Debbie loves to spray hers. She sprays the paper down with a repositional spray. I sometimes tape down, depending on the size of the project, but absolutely incredible. And you can be guaranteed, with your spring-loaded legs, you are not going to miss a spot. No. And the only bit of advice I will give you is, because it's got that little bit of give, when you're stamping, don't push it, you go directly over the top and push down, not... because that's what can happen. Do you know when you get that ghosting?
Yeah, that ghosting,
The ghosting is because you've moved it. Can you see that? You don't need to move it. You're just going to go directly over the top and push down. And I promise you, that'll be a game changer. Everybody who owns one of these will tell you why we call it an hero tool, because it absolutely is. And what a cracking price that is today. Wow. I'm glad I asked that question now. I didn't know that. Genuinely didn't know that. I don't know half the things on there. I need to go and have a little look. I need to go and have a little look and need to go and do a little bit of investigating. Right, so I've got it stamped out now. I've got my little bit of scrap here because I've been practicing with some colours that I like to use. I'm going with tricolour. So I have used my alcohol-proof ink to stamp that down with, because I am using alcohol markers. Obviously change it up if you're using water-based. Just use your water-based medium. We're going to have a little colour. Now I do like to do a little bit of a swatch before I start, because I like to have a little look at the kind of things that I'm going to do. And I think I'm going to use this one. Let me just, yeah, I think I'm going to have that for me. Do I have that for my leaves, or do I have that one for my leaves? Come on, Debbie, let's have a think. So many choices.
That's the thing,
This is the problem with the tricolours. I love the tricolours. I love that they've been popped together to work together, because they're not the same colour family.
No.
And that's why I always have a little bit of a scrap at the side of me to have a little work out what I want to use. That's, I think that's too light for what I want to do. I normally write my colours down as well, Craig, what I've used, but guess what?
I thought you did, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
I thought you usually do that.
I think it's because, not that was rushing. We never rush here when we're prepping. We never rush here when we're prepping. And I usually just quickly scroll, because you've seen my scrolls.
You've seen mine as well.
I mean, I give a doctor a good run for his money when I scroll, because sometimes I have a struggle myself to read my own writing. I'm like, what on earth have you wrote there, Debbie?
That's saying something when you're matching it up against the doctors.
But I am terrible for it, Craig, I really am. I think I'm going to stick with this one.
I, last year, when obviously I had that time off, I was in the hospital, and one of the days I had to go down for an x-ray. So the porter had come. Well, as you can imagine, for over the years, my notes are like that, and there's like 4 of them. So anyway, because obviously, as the patient, and anyone you give permission to, you can read the notes. So he's wheeling me down to x-ray, and I'm, reading the notes. I'm going, what the heck? I had no idea what was going on. I could not read. I was like, how can anyone read any of that?
No, I know.
How can anyone read it?
They're really bad, aren't they, for it?
I had to come back and had to verbalise everything for me again. I was like, I can't read that. I can't read that.
Yeah, so I haven't wrote down my colours, so I'm guessing from my one that I actually did, I'm doing a little bit of a guesswork with this one, but it doesn't matter. You are going to have a lot of fun colouring these in. This is what I absolutely love about these style of creator cards. It's combining, it's like a hybrid, isn't it, of combining 2 of your favourite things. Creator cards and colouring. Yep. I mean, what more could you ask for? So I absolutely love them, and I'm not going to spend all the time colouring this. I'll just do a few little bits, but you can get the gist of how you can use your colouring mediums to create just beautiful, beautiful work. And that's why I absolutely love the Colorables. I cannot get over that price, I'm not going to lie. That is an incredible price today. I think it's possibly one of the lowest I've seen them at.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So absolutely fabulous. Are you eating over there, Craig? Can you go with that? I thought, I'm sure he's got a mouthful of something over there. What are you nibbling over there, Mr. Laird? Have you got some jelly flavoured sweeties over there?
Well, I do. But not only that. I've got some little white chocolate buttons.
I love white chocolate buttons. Oh my God, white chocolate buttons the best. Absolutely.
Busted.
I love it. I love it. You do you, because I tend to do the nibbling in between when I'm having when you're doing your bit. I do the nibbling then, or the drinks. Yeah.
Well, see, Debbie, and I know it's really bad, and people always give me into trouble, but I'm not a breakfast eater.
Oh,
the thought of breakfast in the morning, unless I'm on holiday.
Yes.
Or
I get that.
Or I'm at Hobby Maker and I'm staying over.
Yeah.
And make sure I have breakfast because it's all included. But other than that, no, I'm not a breakfast eater. I'm not a breakfast eater, so I need something just to kind of sugar ear that to keep me going to lunch.
I am a breakfast eater. I do I try to eat breakfast because they always say fuel yourself, don't they? But it's not always, sometimes you just don't have the time, do you? Depending on what you're doing. But I try to make that time just for that little bit of time for myself in the morning. But yes, that's not breakfast, Craig. I hope you've got something nice and healthy for your dinner.
I do, actually. I've got pasta.
Oh, lovely.
To try and just get my energy up, and couscous.
Really
that's
really
couscous.
Good, Craig. That's a really good dinner.
Couscous.
Yeah, I love couscous.
And then for tea, I've got chicken in a sauce with rice.
Oh, gosh, that sounds delicious, Craig. Yeah, that sounds lovely as well. What's everybody else having for dinner?
What are you having for your tea?
Yeah, what are you having?
Well, Rachel's saying that Teddy would mug me for those sweets. Her little Teddy. Yes.
Into growing. I've seen some of the posts. Yeah,
so
it's proper growing into. Look at me, Craig. You're letting me get away. I'm getting carried away colouring. I can't spend all the time colouring. I want to get at least another demo in here today. So I'm going to pause in a second. I will pause because I absolutely love these, and I do love. I'm not going to lie, love the tricolours as well. Let me just get these back together. They're absolutely fabulous, fabulous pens. Right way, Debbie. Are you a stickler for getting them in the right place as well, Craig? Because I have to have them.
in the same direction. And
absolutely, yeah. I have to have them, when I put them back, I have to have them in the way that they came. But yeah, just have a lot of fun colouring them in. And the reason why I've done this separate to the card blank, and I'll show you in a second what I mean by that, is because nature of our alcohol markers come through the other end of the cardstock. And I have done it into Nina cardstock. So what I did was, for this, Craig, and I've already put some red liner tape on there, is I actually used that frame to cut through my cardstock as well. So this is a piece of cardstock, and it measures, because I used an A4 sheet, an A3 sheet, 14 inches by 5, and then I scored it down to 7. So it's a 7 by 5, but from a 10th fold. And I used some of my Centura Pearl.
Oh, nice.
I'm getting low on my A3 multi-purpose again. God, I mean, I'm telling you, and in fact, is A4 back in? Is A3 back in? That's what I need to know, Johnny. That's what I need to know.
Let's have a look.
Now, when you can see how I've gone from me colouring to me colouring, because literally I just have a lot of fun. It is in. Good. I'm going to order some because I need some. I've just used my tricolours and used some quite bright colours there because I did use some bright paper in my stash as well from the Dragonfly. But what I wanted to do with that was I didn't want it to seep through the other end. So I didn't want the alcohol to come through here. So that's why I've done that separately twice. So I'm just going to peel back my red liner tape and I'm just going to attach that over.
Yeah, because it is a question we get asked sometimes, or I have in the past, you know, is there a way to do it that way, you know, if the ink is starting to bleed through?
Yeah.
So that's a good way of doing it.
It's just to keep it nice and neat. You don't have to, if you like that when it's all done, because you can see what it looks like, that's absolutely fine. But I'm just going to attach, Debbie, you're going to attach the top as well. Nearly, Craig, nearly.
Just about.
I want to attach that as well to go over the top so that it sits over the top. And rather than use a wet glue, because sometimes the wet glue can splurge out, as we all know. Although saying splurge, if you use the all-purpose glue, of course, you will be able to rub
it away.
Yes, rub it away. Thank you very much, Craig.
Rub it to the
word I was looking for. So I'm going to then just attach now over the frame. So you can see now, all tied in, the colours, and that's, again, I will tell you, I choose my paper and then I choose the colours that complement the paper. So predominantly I popped in a little bit of the purple to bring out the purple so it ties it all in. That's how I look at things. I don't know if you're the same, Craig, but that's how I choose to do. So I'm going to come in and pop the splurgy glue.
Splurgy glue.
All purpose.
Remember, you get 2 of those in the showstopper that we'll have a look at as well later on.
And then that's just going to sit over the top of that lovely frame.
That's beautiful.
And to be fair, when I was using my, and I'll just show you, I actually used the outer frame to cut through. So if you're thinking, how did I cut that so neatly? I only used the inner frame for that, it's the outer frame. So that's how I've done that part of it. And I'm just going to wiggle that into place so I can get that nice.
So you can be really creative when it comes to using the dies separately.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to use the Everyday is Precious with this one. just down into there. And then just on the backdrop, I'm going to add the not the decorative side, but the opposite side, just to give it that little contrast between the two, between the floral. And this is my dragonfly paper pad. I know that I don't think we've got the dragonfly left, but like the lovely viewer commented earlier, we have got a plethora of beautiful paper pads, and I know that you guys have as well in your collection. What we're focusing on is these beautiful creator cards, and then I'm just going to add, and I think I might add, just bear with me, Craig, of course I fetched all my gems.
I agree with what Robbie's saying, love the colours that you've used.
Yeah, it's just, you know, that's how I always work, and it was something that I learned early on, very early on, when I was crafting, because I used to do it the other way around. I used to colour and then try to match papers, and it was so frustrating,
Nightmare,
Craig.
isn't it? Yeah.
Really frustrating that I stopped, because it was a lovely word of wisdom. Why don't you choose your papers and then choose your colours? And I've learnt that since, and it's something that I've never lost. Now, normally I had a bow, but I've lost my bow. So we're just going to keep it as it is, a nice colourable creator card, because we created a card using the die, and a nice medium with the colouring as well. So you can see just how fabulous that these, and a very, like I said, very simple way of using them. But the price on the screen for those today, I think, is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
It really is, and you can do exactly what Debbie has just done there with the dragonfly, or you can use any of the other three. All of these £46 or $53, but if you're platinum it comes down to $36.80 or $24.40 for all of these ones. So there's the dragonfly that Debbie was using in her demonstration just there. You're also going to get your butterfly. Remember, these are all your Colorable creator card dies, so you've got the stamps and the dies that enable you to cut in or cut out. You've then got the birdies thinking of you, and then you've also got your sweet roses. Nothing stopping you from mixing and matching the sentiments from each of these or using your own one. So all of them £46 or $53. You are going to be saving your $31.94 or $36.70, but your platinum price, that comes down to $36.80 or $42.40. Remember, it is limited stock as well, so keep that one in mind. Like Debbie said, I don't even think I've seen it at that price either before. So yeah, limited stock across on the website. Shop the day. Right, let's have a look at our pick of the day that we've got here, and this is our creator card mystery bag. Now, everything I'm showing you, £30 or $40. If you are platinum, that comes down to £24 or $32. Now, two of these items alone cost £33 together, and the same two cost just under, a couple of cents under that $40 mark. So you can see you're saving even before I start to go over everything. And then when it comes to natural fat, let's show you that one there and then that one there. So both of these ones here, these are $16.99 or $19.99 each. But if you were to go for them on their own, $33.98 or $39.98. However, what you're also going to be getting are two of your 3-in-1 creator card dies. Now, these are 5x7, and you can use all dies together, or you can use the frame die on its own, or use the dragonfly die on its own. There's your three ways. You've got the peacock as well, so you've got that choice, that 3-in-1. You can be using it in which way that you want. That's included as well, so we are way, way, way past the value already. Then from Colour Your World, we've got our creator card. Two dies within this one, cuts in, cuts out, that's in there. Then from our Roaring 20s, that's in there, so you've got that showgirl there with the outline die to cut in or cut out. So it's a nice smaller version of a creator card, and that is what you're going to be getting for £30, $40, or if you are platinum, it's going to come down to £24 or $32. It is, of course, our new pick of the day for today. It will end in 24 hours time, so it is time limited offer, but absolute exceptional value there. It's maybe one that you're going to be thinking about, little gifts, if you've maybe got one or two of them. That's up to you to decide, but it is there on Shop the Day as well for you to have a look at. There's your saving, $72.93 or $82.77, so absolutely phenomenal. But we are also in the midst of our Crafters' Choice Awards. Now today, it's all about our crafty die range. So our best crafty die range in your opinion, where you can then be voting across on the website. So what is your favourite crafty die range? Is it the Create a Card die ranges that we do? Is it nesting dies? Is it statement sentiments? Is it dimensional dies, or is it our edgeable dies? You can head across to crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au to get your votes in, and in celebration of the Crafters' Choice Awards, you're going to find up to 70% off across on our website of so many items that have been featured in the awards and so much more as well. That's there for you to take advantage of. Right, we're going to have a look at some gift tags now, our cute character gift tags that we've got, and these are our 7-piece character gift tags, 35 stamps and 7 dies in total. You're going to get everything that I'm showing you for £35 or $45. If you're platinum, that's going to come down to £28 or $36. Of course, what you could do with this one here is, if you are platinum, if you get 1 or 2 extra things just to take you over that buy more save more, you'll be able to take advantage of that, no problem whatsoever. And this is what you're going to get, and that is your elephants. So in the wild, so it's exactly as it says in the title, it's character gift tags. So you can be making your gift tags, you could be making bookmarks if you want to, you can make an array of projects when it comes to these. And what you've got is not only the die to cut out the actual elephant, but you've got the backside of the elephant, which in my opinion are more fun to be using on their own, just the actual back of said character. So you've got the 2 stamp sets with all these different sentiments and a few quirky sentiments. So you've got your elephant, you've then got your fairy, you've also got your giraffe that you can see here, another fun one to play with just from the looking at the back of the giraffe. You've then also got your unicorn. So they've all got different sentiments, but each of the stamps, the character stamps, work with the die. The dies even give you that tiny little hole that die cuts out. So if you are wanting to thread some ribbon or twine, you can do that. You've got the little mouse. You've then got the dog. And then you've also got the pussycat as well. So you've got a great selection of all these characters here. You're going to know someone that's going to love one, or if not all of them, like so many of us do when it comes to these characters. As always, you don't have to use the dies. If you want to use the character stamps completely on their own, you can absolutely do that, no problem whatsoever, because you've got that versatility when it comes to them. Just a quick few hellos before we go straight to Debbie. We've got Sissy is saying, busted Craig. Yeah, I was busted within that one there, wasn't I? We've also got Laura is saying, share with the class, Craig. Well, a sharing here. I did say to the team beforehand they wanted anything. Not that they can come on while live, but you know, after the show they could do. We've then got Crafty Angie saying, good morning from California. Was expecting to see Sheena this morning. What a pleasant surprise to see Debbie. Good morning, Debbie. Yes, Debbie, you were saying Sheena's she's taking a week, she's on holiday.
Yeah, so a lovely Sheena. We have her up here every week, and bless her, she needs that break. And not only that, she wants to design as well. She's got loads to do with designing. And if you think about where she lives, Craig will understand this when he travels from here to Hobby Maker. Well, it takes about 3.5 to 4 hours. Something like She's got even further because she lives in Evesham, which is a bit further down. So it's quite a journey for her, and it takes about 3 days in total for that one day of shows. So we've given her a break. She'll be back next Wednesday. So don't worry. She's just having a well-earned break. And I say a well-earned break, technically, she's not really on a break because she's busy designing for us, and we've already seen some amazing things. So, and I can promise you, there's going to be some amazing things to come as well. So we've given the lovely lady a little break. God love her for having to travel because it is a long way. It is a long way. It is, and so that's what she's doing. So if you're watching Sheena, I hope you're busy designing. Can't wait to see what she's got. Met up with her at Hobby Maker the other week, Craig. Honestly, I've not seen her for well over a year, because back at the old place where we used to be, at Great Craft, we'll say it, because that's where we used to be, that was the last time I saw her.
Got you, right.
So it was lovely, and even though she's been back with us, it was only last week that we were on the same day. And I'm not kidding, I chewed her ear off, she chewed my ear, we just talked. So much so, a minute before I was due to go to air, I realised I was in green room. I had to leg it. I went, Sheena, I'm supposed to be on air, so I had to leg it from one end to get in quick. Before, thank goodness they were a break, because I was like that. Whew, just made it in time. Just because it was lovely to catch up with her, because we don't get, we're like passing ships. It's like Jan the other week. I went and met Jan last Thursday.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I took her out for a dinner for a birthday, because it was a sweet 60th the other day. So I took her out for a birthday. But it's like we said, we used to see each other such a lot in the shop. We don't now. We're like passing ships. The only time I get to work with you is when you're there. It's like Debbie and Corinne and Becky. It's the only time I get to see you is when you're at the other end. So it was lovely to see her and to catch up with her, as it was Jan last week. It was looking incredible, by the way.
I've seen that photo you posted. She looks phenomenal.
She does. You never would believe she looked today over 60.
Nope.
Never in a million years. Never in a million years. Right, shall we get cracking?
Yeah, carry on.
I'm going to make a gift tag. I've got a couple of different ideas for later on through Beautiful Beginnings, but I love these, and I'm going to go with, even though the pesky little devils in my garden who like to leave me little parcels of surprises, I'm going to use the cat, because I absolutely love this one. It's absolutely beautiful. You are perfect in every single way. You've got all the lovely stamps for the back, for the front and the back, as you call it, I call it that, the back side of them as well. It's super cute, and it's very easy to use, and I'm even going to use my mini for this. Now, my preferred method again is I take a couple of strips, I measure them about 1.5 inches, because I like to chop them down afterwards, and this is the lovely thing. You don't have to have how we've suggested. That could be your small little gift tag, absolutely, but you can extend it, because we haven't put an outside cutting edge at the bottom, which means you can have these as big as you want, as small as you want. They could go right down to the bottom, or you can elongate it, and I tend to work with the elongated version and then chop down when I'm finished. That's how I work mine. So I'm going to just hold it down with a little bit of low tack tape, and I'm just going to come in. And the lovely thing as well, the die works on both the front and the back, so good, you don't have to work it out. It's all done for you. So I'm just going to run that in my mini, because of course the size of these will go through the mini. So let's go in, and I've just held it down with that little bit of tape just to make sure it doesn't move, basically. And then coming in, we're going to take that off. And then, because I'm going to use an alcohol medium to colour in, I'm actually going to do that again, because I'm going to sandwich my two pieces together. So again, I'm just going to place that in. Might be able to get away with not taping this one down. Let me just make sure if I hold it tight enough. Yeah, it should be okay. And then just run that through again, so that I've now got from a front one and a back one. Now, if you're using pencils or paints or anything like that, you don't necessarily have to do this twice. This is just how I prefer when I'm doing the alcohol medium. And basically, like I said as well, it's the same, it seeps through. It will, no matter what you use, it will go through. So that's why I do two. However, I just want to trim these down slightly. So I'm going to bring in, now you can use craft knife or you could use your guillotine. I'm just going to grab my scissors just to trim that end off, just for a second. Actually, do you know what? If you were making a bookmark, you could have a nice little fancy shaped one. Oh, you could. Yeah, of course you could. Never thought of doing that before, you know, Craig.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I like
just saw it
that.
then I thought I quite like that. However, I am going to trim it down. Yeah, of course. Now, just to get rid of all that rubbish, I'm going to just trim these down now, just to size. I'm going to be careful as well, because what could happen if I bring the guillotine now is this little whisker will get chopped off, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to push that in. This is when you will possibly use your craft knife, but I can get away with it, so, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to bring that down and do exactly the same on the other side. In fact, you know what, Craig? I'm not risking that for a biscuit.
No.
I am going to use my craft knife. No. Let's get my craft knife out. I know what I'm like.
For me, there's just something pleasing about when we've got something that goes through the mini, something that's so creative and fun, but you're able to create it simply through the mini. I know we've obviously got the Junior, my favourite, you know, we've got our OG, we've got the 2 now as well, but, or coming soon anyway, to Crafters TV. It's just something really pleasing when you can create something so creative just from the tiny mini.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love I think these are super cute, and that's why I've got a couple of different ideas to show you later, because we call them a gift tag character. First of all, I see a bookmark in this straight away, and also not just for gift, your gift tags, but other things as well. So, little chop this off at the top and it could be a little edgeable on the top of the card.
Yeah,
so again, some really nice ideas. Now, I'm going to try and speed this up a little bit because just want to get this done. But again, just to show you, take your craft knife, metal ruler or our metal edge ruler. We have one, which is a plastic ruler that has a metal edge to it, but I'm just going to use my own metal one for this, just to trim that down. And again, using my craft knife, I think it's a better idea because, as you can see, the overhang, I'll probably end up chopping his whiskers off and I don't want to do that.
No, it's just being careful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just about being careful, about thinking about those things. So I've got my front and my back, so I'm going to bring in now my stamping platform again. I think I'll use my Hero 2 once more. And I'm going to hold that down. Now, when you're using this, because I want you to think about this, especially if you're doing a double, obviously it fits directly straight into there. So I'm going to hold that down for a second onto the front part, and I'm going to ink him up.
Okay.
Let's just got that down. So that's been held into place. Still can't get over that price, not going to lie. That was a bit of a shocker, and a bit of a nice shocker.
Nice shocker.
Nice shocker. So yeah, really, really good value for a fabulous platform that I know everybody will use over and over and over again. So I've got my little cute character there. Now, when I'm going to pop it together, because it is going to go to the front and the back, I just match it up. Because that's the side I'm going to stamp onto now with the back piece. That's just the easiest way to remember. If, of course, you're doing it on one, you just take that stamp, where's it gone? And you're just going to take the second stamp and it fits directly over the back so that you've got it all in one, depending on the colours. But I'm going to be using this with alcohol medium, and we're going to colour that in. So again, I'm going to drop
just
that
envision the back of the cat there. If you use your masket sheets or your Pebeo gum and even just have like 3 in a line, Debbie, just with the backs to you and just quirky sentiment at the bottom, so then that could be the card to go with the gift tag that you've made for
honestly, they're just such a lovely, cute little character that are a lot of fun to play with, really easy to use, and they're so versatile, really, really versatile because of the over-the-edge kind of character to them as well, so that's what I love about them. But of course, they've got that lovely metal die, which is why they're slightly different to what we normally would have in the over-edge range, just because you've got that metal die that creates that lovely gift tag for you, nice and easy. Right, so let's do a spot of colouring. Let's take that one.
They're not that complicated to fussy cut if you wanted to separate it.
No, not at all. Now, I'm just going to bring back in my black piece of cardstock just for a bit of ease in using. And I've gone with, where's it gone? Oh, it's there. I've gone with a bit of the burnt orange. Tri-blend this time. So I'm going to do a little spot of colouring. I'm going to start with that lightest colour.
Okay.
And we're going to come in and do a little... Do you know what I love about these as well, Craig?
What's that?
Not a lot of effort in colouring.
No.
Not a lot of effort at all. A nice size stamp. Nice and easy to achieve some really nice colouring techniques. If you are using your pencils, you will not need to do this twice. You will just simply... In fact, get it all covered in. Let's create a nice and quick, easy character to talk about why they are such lovely little characters to work with. Absolutely super, super cute. And again, not just your gift tags, bookmarks, matching cards like you suggested. I love that idea. That again, really nice idea.
Where you have the fold over at the top of the cello bag.
Absolutely. I'm going to come in with a little tiger.
Girl, you
I'm going to give him a little tiger look. Little tiger cat. Again.
The tiger.
Just gorgeous, gorgeous stamps. Really, really cute. I absolutely adore them. Always been a big fan. Look at the price for all of them, though.
You're getting them all, everything that we went over
absolutely.
beforehand.
They're fab, aren't they? Absolutely fab.
You will find them on Shop the Day, like you will do with many of the items that myself and Debbie have shown you already this morning, but that's going through into masterclass, into our credit card masterclass, and then with it being Wednesday, we've got beautiful beginnings as well. So have a look. What I would urge you to do is have a wee look, maybe as soon as you can, only because we've got a number of items that are maybe not quite going to be there by Beautiful Beginnings, and if they do, they might just sell out just beforehand. For instance, those Colorable credit cards that Debbie done that gorgeous demonstration before. But it's all there, .co.uk.com.au. Have a little peruse and have a little peruse at that up to 70% Crafter's Choice Award selection as well.
Right, so I'm going to come in again and I'm just going to really, really quickly pop some colour down to show you just how fabulous these are, because they're really good fun. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to make a bookmark. How are we doing for time?
We have
Oh my God. Is it that time already? Yeah. Oh my days, where did the time go? Oh, I do love being here, but literally, Craig,
you blink and it goes,
flies by. It flies by. There's me I said to Johnny, I don't think I've got enough demos for today, Johnny. I really don't think I'm at it again. At it again. I've only done 3 today.
But you blink, the time's gone.
It does. It flies by. A good flyby, though. Oh, that's a Blue song, Flyby. That's I was listening to Blue. Do you know I was doing my gardening?
Oh, yeah.
Because I have to do something. It's a bit like ironing, Craig. I don't know if you agree, but I have to have something in my ear.
Yeah.
Because I just can't get into it. So I had my earphones on, listening to the boys from Blue. Not the Police.
Not the Police.
No, not the Police. The boys from Blue, as in Blue. Rise Again.
Do you know what I've been listening to a lot? Because I'm the same when I'm in the garden or something like that, or when I'm in the car. Because as Debbie was saying before, for a hobby maker or wherever, I'm getting so fed up of the same music, the same podcast, the same. But I just can't settle on anything. So when I was driving, because I was at Hobby Maker for a couple of days there at the weekend, when I was driving, I was listening to, I probably shouldn't say this, but I was actually listening to 90s pop bands.
Oh, yeah.
Girls and boys.
Oh, I bet that were really good.
You know, it was like Atomic Kitten and everything like that were
the
coming
boys from
through.
Blue.
Do you know that? Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Westlife.
Breathe easy. Oh, that's one of their poppy ones. But yeah, I was really quite. I was like, well, this really takes me back. Spice up your life and everything.
Oh my God.
Forgot how much I actually remember all the lyrics to all their songs. It was me in the car doing "Stop Right Now."
Oh my God, I love that song.
Of course, doing the movements.
Did you do all the movements?
Yeah.
Stop right now.
One-handed.
Thank you very much. I need somebody with
like
a human touch. I don't know.
Hey, you, always on the run. There we go. That's us.
Stop. We're not allowed to sing too much. We're not allowed to sing too much. Especially Mr. Simon. Is it Simon Cowell, that one? Or is it Simon Is it the other one?
He owns them, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I just adore the Spice Girls. Adore them. And I love the 90s, yeah, absolutely. Westlife, Boyzone, Blue, although it's like you said, there's loads and loads and loads on there as well. Now, you can see how little super cute is looking already. I might just add a couple of little bits of, little bit of me little highlight, because I didn't put my highlight in, but sometimes you can add those in. So, little white gel pen, although I think my gel pen's nearly at the end of its life, Craig. I think I need to get another gel pen.
Mine is at home as well.
I know, it's because I do use it a lot, because I get a little bit lazy sometimes with preserving my highlights. And I really should do it more. But yeah, just add a little bit in there. Just cheat a little bit. There's there's nothing wrong with cheating a little bit. Just by adding that in. And then, of course, we'll put them together. So you put them together, and then I can decide on the size, and if I need to trim any more down, I absolutely can. So this is my preferred method. So I'm going to come in with, in fact, no, tell you what, I'll come in, let me wipe that off, I'll use my tape pen, just go straight down. I can always decide afterwards whether or not I'm going to what size I'm going to snip that down to. But again, really love these. I think they're really fabulous little cutesy little ones, aren't they?
Too much cardstock, isn't it, to
No,
chop down?
yeah,
then, not
exactly.
enough.
And I can just trim that down now a little bit more because my other side, obviously, it wasn't measured, and you've seen me do that live. So absolutely come down now and just finish that trim to make it nice and neat. But got myself a nice little bookmark going off. I think that's okay, actually. Yeah, that looks okay.
That looks good. That
Yeah,
looks
that's
so
all
nice.
right. And then deciding on now the size. So I knew that I started off with 1.5 inches. So I've cut these down to 1 inch, and I'm just going to, again, I'm just going to do it all by eye. That's how I tend to do this. So I've kept it at the length that I'm at. Let me just grab a pencil. And I'm just going to, and you're watching me do this from scratch. Best way, isn't it, Craig? The best way.
But it's good to see that sometimes.
It is good to see, yeah. So this is how I tend to do things when I'm at home. And I'm going to go just pop that at the bottom. And then choose some nice paper. Well, I mean, really, there's no, you know, literally, plaid pad. Gotta love a plaid pad.
Plaid pads.
Plaid pad. Plaid pad lads you two were, weren't you, with the plaid pads?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just going to trim a little bit down, just that little bit under. There we go. And then again, come on out, you little
I think
devil.
we're actually back together on Friday, I think.
You're back with Ben?
Yeah, Friday. So wake-up call on Friday night.
You're going to be busy because you're working tomorrow with me.
Yeah, no, I've
Friday
agreed.
with Ben, and then you're picking up the extra at Hobby Maker this
Yeah, doing
weekend.
an extra.
Busy weekend. Busy weekend. My party starts tomorrow night, Craig. Mine starts tomorrow night because I'm on holiday. Woohoo! Now, I say holiday. Who said again? Who said again? Did you hear that, Johnny? Again. What's he like? It's because it's my granddaughter's, I can't believe I'm saying this, 5th birthday.
No way.
Good grief. 5th birthday on Tuesday. So it's bank holiday on Monday, and then on Tuesday it's her birthday. So we've got party time to have. And then my eldest daughter's coming up because we're doing face painting, me and Tanya. We're doing face painting. I hope she's remembered to bring her face paints up with her. I must remember to do that, check with her. So we're painting up kiddies' faces and catering with the other Grammy as well. And then I'm going to help my daughter. We're going down to Bristol. I'm going to go and help her move her studio. So really, I say a holiday, but really, I don't think it's going to be much of a holiday for me, but it'll be nice. It's the time off. So I'm actually not back at work until the 8th of June after tomorrow. It's like a right mega holiday, isn't it? I feel like Deb's fish.
No, I've not even seen her yet.
But yeah, it'll be a good holiday. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, but
even if I am working through it with because I imagine that, and she lives in a 6th floor apartment as well, so it's going to be fun and games. Now, I'm just going to add on to there. I've already done my little You Are the Cat's Whiskers, or You're the Cat's Whiskers. I've got myself a few little stars, so let me just pop a little bit of glue.
I love the colours of this one as well.
Well, that's why I, again, chose the paper, and then I've got myself a couple of little stars, and if you're going to ask me where I got my stars from, Craig, it's from one of our sets. Do you remember the... I was going to say from the... Do you know the...
Sliding pot?
Ooh, I think it is, no.
No way.
I think it is. Because there's loads of little stars on there, and they're the ones that I have. I have
got
them.
a rounded edge to them.
I literally have. And then I've got You've Got Catitude. Love that as well. Get you knowing that. Get you. And so I'm going to pop that just under his bum. And then let me add another little star.
Sentiments.
Oh, honestly, lovely. You know, there's lots of things that we have in our collections that... Get on there, you. Oh my God, have I stuck my finger to it? That just shows you how strong that glue is. We talk about it and we often say for speed, but what we forget is it's blinking strong glue. And then I've got myself a little bit of peach ribbon, and we're going to just thread that through. Can't believe I've done this from start to finish. But doesn't that just show you what you can achieve in very little time? I know I'd had my strips already cut down, but You get the gist. I'm going to just push that through. I'll trim that off in a second, but I want to have the double loop where it comes through, so I'm just going to try and get that in there. And I am rubbish at ribbon threading, which doesn't bode well because I've got ribbon threading dies on later on my creator card. But we'll get there. We'll get there. So I'm going to trim that off. And there you go. I've got myself a little... Actually, I'm going with bookmark, not gift tag with this one. There you go.
That is so, so cool. So cool.
Super cute, but look at his little bum bum.
Is that going to be demo of the show?
Oh,
well,
gosh,
I'll
yes.
just quickly recap the die sets while Debbie gets her demonstrations all set up. If you want to do what Debbie's done, or you want to replicate what she's done but with one of the other characters, you can absolutely do that. You've got the pussycat, that's the one that Debbie just used. You've then got the dog. You've also then got the mouse. You've got the unicorn as well. You've got the giraffe. Now, these have all got different quirky sentiments on them to match each character. You've then got your fairy, and then you've also got your little elephant as well. All of that £35 or $45. Platinum price comes down to £28 or $36. If you pop a couple of things in your basket just to take you over that 30 mark, 50 mark. We'll get there by the end of the day, Debbie. We'll get there. Over the 50 mark, then you'll be able to take advantage of that buy more, save more, that's for sure. Right, let's have a look and see what Debbie's done within this show.
Right, 3. Nice easy vote, a nice easy vote, because I've only got through 3. That's because I've been busy talking while I've been crafting. So we'll start with number 1, where we started with the wildflowers. So this is number 1. Number 2 was our creator card, Colorable creator card, number 2. And then number 3 was our little cute gift character tag, or bookmark in my case. So it's 1, it's 2, or it's 3. You decide.
Up to you. I was laughing there at Christine Mahoney, yeah. I mean, no one's going to bring up elephant in the room, are they, Craig? Elephant gate. If you know what we mean, you'll know exactly what we mean in the past with an elephant stamp. We've also, Rosalind saying, how far do you have to travel for Hobby Maker? How far do you need to travel, Debbie?
It's 2 hours. So it technically, from my house to Hobby Maker is 1 hour 53 minutes. Technically, but you know, and I know, Jan and neighbour, the traffic is appalling, so it's over 2 hours, and I always have to do a stop because of the traffic. And I do it when I come up here. I have a little, what I call the toilet break, or a coffee break, whichever way you want to call it, just break. So it's about 2 hours. Maybe over, it depends. In some cases, it's been 3 because of those pesky roadworks that detour you off. Last time I was up here, we finished at 8, packed up for 8:30, got out, 11:45 I got in, 11:45, and it's a 1 hour 45 minute, technically, from here to my door. 2 hours I call it because of that little break. But yeah, I got detoured off twice, not once, twice. So yeah, it can be a bit tricky on the roads. It's a good job I love my job.
For me,
I love what I do, so it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it, and some.
Yeah, for me, technically, it's 3 hours and 15 minutes. Although, as Debbie says, I never get there before a 4-hour drive. Always takes 4 hours between the traffic and a coffee break as well. Or coffee stop anyway. Right, let's have a quick look at this. I know the vote is in, but let's have a quick look at our showstopper before we end. Wake Up Call. So this launched yesterday. It was absolutely phenomenally busy, which I'm not surprised with Ben and Corinne. This is where you're going to get your shaped card concept bases, and you're going to get the envelopes to go with them and all the toppers. So let's have a look at your die cut toppers. Now you're getting a number of sheets of each of these ones. You've got 2 different pads in the showstopper. Fancy Florals, that's come from Fancy Florals as well, and that's come from Fancy Florals as well. Then you've also going to get a pad that's Everyday Celebration. You're then also within Everyday Celebration, the teddy bears and the teacups with the teapot. And then last but by no means least, from the everyday celebrations, you've got the hummingbird as well as the little quirky gnomes. So you're going to get all of them. You're going to be able to create quite a few of your decoupage toppers. And then you're going to get all of these card blanks pre-scored and pre-cut where needed. And you've got the templates for you to keep afterwards for all of the mats and layers. So you're going to be getting your stepper card that we can see within this one here. So you're going to be getting that, and you're going to get the envelopes with all of these ones as well. And then within the next one, you're going to be getting your double diamond fan card, which enables you to make this one here. What you're then going to be getting is you're going to be getting your zigzag cascade. You're going to get the card blanks as well, and they enable you to make the cascade and card blanks. So you think your pattern paper, your linen card stock, any of your card that you've got at home. You've got the tri-fold shutter, so card blanks all done for you, and then you come along with your own mats and layers, a really good indication as to how you can use these in the black and white forum. You're then going to get your double stepper, so once again your card blanks are all scored done for you, and then these are cut wherever they need cut, but then you come along with your templates and then come along and create your own mats and layers. And then last but by no means least, you're also going to get your step rocker card, which enables you to make this really, really fun card that rocks side to side. So that's all the toppers, that's all of your shaped card blanks, it's all of the mats and layer templates to go with them as well. You've got 2 tubs of your all-purpose glue gel, and then your all-purpose glue, and you're also going to get a full pack of your 3D foam pads, which work perfectly as well for creating the toppers, because they're all die-cut decoupage toppers. £80 or $110 if you are platinum. That then comes down to £64 or $88 for you guys stateside. Of course, if you are Central Europe, you just need a cross on your website, which is .eu. But demo of the show is in, and it goes into number one.
Number one?
Number one.
Oh, do you know what? Nice and simple though. It was really nice and easy to create. A really lovely, lovely collection as well, which we will be focusing more later on in Beautiful Beginnings, our gorgeous Wildflower. That means I can take my bookmark home, because you know I love reading books, Craig.
You do indeed.
So that's going to come home with me, because I've got another one now for mine. So thank you very much for that. We have got a fabulous masterclass lined up for you. And we're going to, hopefully, they haven't gone, because I don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't got much time to do anything. I might be doing another off the hoof kind of demo. But yeah, come and join us for that one. So I've got loads planned.
Perfect. Thank you, Debbie.
You're very welcome.
See you in an hour's time. Everything is on shop the day that you can go and cross and have a look at .co.uk, .com or .eu. It's all there. Check out that Buy More, Save More as well. And check out the Crafters Choice Awards as well. That's all there on the website. I'll see you in an hour.